Hi, this is Shadi, and before I start this video, I just want to apologize for the recent inactivity. It's been very difficult. I've been going through family troubles, if you want to say, and it hasn't given me any time to be active as I used to be. So please excuse my recent inactivity. I'll try to be more active because, the crisis has been almost finished. And like as promised, Yasuhiro Yamashita judoka profile will be out soon, and I will continue with Jujutsu schools, history lessons, technical analysis, all that stuff. So in this video I'm gonna discuss the Tenjin Shin'yō Jujutsu, one of the Koryu or the old styles of Jujutsu. We discussed the last time the Kito Ryu, which is one of the father styles of Judo and Aikido, and this one as well. So it is very related and heavily present in Judo in several forms, and the owner himself, Jigoro Kano, was a student of Tenjin Shin'yō Jujutsu. So Tenjin Shin'yō Jujutsu was founded in the Edo period, and when I say Edo period, it's from 1603 till 1867, and it was founded in the 1830s by Iso Matayemon Masatari. So it is fairly in the late Edo period. So it is a grappling martial art. Well, not only grappling, it has a lot of atemiwaza or striking techniques, but the vast majority is choking, throwing, osaikomi or pinning methods, shimiwaza, choking, very similar to Judo with some striking in the kata. So let's talk about the foundation of the art and how it came to be. So the father art of Tenjin Shin'yō is actually two arts: the Shin no Shinto Ryu, and which was actually founded by an Osaka castle guard named Yamamoto Tamiza Hideya, who studied Yoshin Ryu and implemented his system based on the Yoshin Ryu, which are the two father or parent art of the Tenjin Shin'yō. So Isa Matayemon Masatari, who studied Yoshin Ryu and Shin no Shinto Ryu, he went on traveling throughout Japan and engaged in various competitions, and also claimed that he was undefeated according to, I will say, hearsay, not historical records, because this hasn't been proven. There's also one folklore story that he had beaten 100 assailants in one particular incident, which really stresses the importance of striking or the atemiwaza in the system of Tenjin Shin'yō Jujutsu. Others, while relying solely on weapons and grappling, this one truly emphasizes the atami or the striking. So Iso created the system based on the techniques of the Yoshin Ryu and the Shin no Shinto Ryu and his experience. So he created a hybrid. Even the name suggests that it's a hybrid of these two parent arts. For example, Tenshin, which is meaning divinely inspired, and Shin from Shin no Shinto, and Yo when we say Tenjin Shin'yō Jujutsu. So the Yo from the Yoshin Ryu and the Shin from the Shinto. So you can guess that it has a lot of philosophical roots and also religious beliefs backed into this art. When we say Shintoism, for example, the name Shinto is clearly present in the father art Shin no Shinto Ryu. So martial arts are, how to say, they can be not a delivery tool but also an expression tool of whatever your cause in this life is, whether it may be religious, political, or even both. For example, if you go to the Akban, YouTube channel, you can see there are Israelis practicing, forms of several old katas of Jujutsu, and also BJJ and Judo as well. But you can tell that this is something that I really don't like to discuss, specifically Middle Eastern politics on this channel, because it's very controversial, and also it might lead to several consequences. But regarding Israel and everything that's going on with its recent history, so till this day, martial arts can be a vehicle to express these certain ideologies and causes, etc. So, but it's understandable that centuries ago it could have been far more profound. Even Aikido, the art of kata and peaceful philosophy, it has a lot of roots in Shintoism. When Morihei Ueshiba started talking about reuniting the heavens and the earth, God and man, if any one of you practiced a little bit of Aikido, you would know, like for example, the throw Tenshinage, it's you have one hand going down and you have one hand going up and then reuniting, kind of like when Morihei Ueshiba started talking about reconciling the world, reuniting the gods and man, how the hands unite. It's called heaven and earth in English. I'm not sure if in Japanese it's the same way, but this technique, for example, it's a clear demonstration of the philosophy put into action. So let's talk about how Tenjin Shin'yō is practiced. So we know that Judo is sparring, newaza, tachiwaza, and kata, while Tenjin Shin'yō is basically just kata. It's heavily emphasized, just like most koryu or traditional jujutsu system, prearranged fighting, choreographed, really taking time and detailing position, hip movement, subtleties of techniques, etc., leverage through these katas. There are more than 150 classical kata in this jujutsu school: unarmed, armed, seated, standing, weapon defense. Both are using weapons, so many scenarios. And there are also secret katas between the quote-unquote masters or headmasters. Even till this day, the school is still very much alive with the relations with the Kodokan, etc. So I would like to thank the subscribers that provide me with links, etc. And it's very nice to know that this style is pretty much alive, like I said, and in relations with other jujutsu schools and the Kodokan. So you can also watch live katas on YouTube. Just type the name and you will get all sorts of kata demonstrations of this art. So they are also believed to be secret katas because they are quote unquote too lethal. That's I couldn't help but think of it's too deadly for MMA. You know my stance on kata. I think it's very important when it comes to coordination, when it comes to learning the basic movement of each technique. For example, like I've talked about Fabio Basile and the Deashi Harai, the same goes for Uchimata, for example. When you look at any Uchimata compilation video, you can see the Uchimata is expressed very differently than the kata. However, the kata allows you to position yourself well and move in the direction of the throw in the right way. But everyone has its own expression. That's why it's called a martial art, not a martial science. So I believe that practicing just kata is not enough. I think we should do both. They go hand in hand. So that's why I believe Judo is far more superior than all these other traditional jujutsu schools. The lack of sparring and also just the heavily emphasized kata is not enough. So This is mainly Tenjin Shin'yō. Iso Matayemon was a very strong figure, compiling a hybrid system based on its ancestor arts. It's no different than other styles. So if you have another insight you would like to share, another school that you would like me to cover, this is not just to cover the schools but also discover the roots of techniques and also the way they thought, because keep in mind, when it comes to being in the 1800s, it's different than doing something now. For example, now we look for things that are easily proven, that are functional. That's why we have MMA, BJJ, etc., dispelling myths and stuff. And also we want something that's we don't want to wait years to become efficient, because I can go down my apartment now and get attacked in a second. So I need something that's proven, also very effective and fast. Before it was more like ideology, culture, and also warfare. That's why now you still have arts like Iaido, which is completely useless, but it's very cool to learn how to draw the sword. You learn all these kata. But that art, for me, for example, if I had to guess, with the decline of Jujutsu and the samurai culture and the modernization of Japan, it's very nice to create such arts because they preserve the culture of what used to be. So if you have another insight, please let me know down below. This was Shadi, and thank you for listening.